What is up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get to that 100K mark. And as always, don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. We've got another one of these Murders at Karlov Manor draft ahead of us. I just ended stream, and we had back-to-back Niv-Mizzet decks, and collectively went 1 and 6. Oh, the second Niv-Mizzet deck was so cool, though. We just ran into some silly things. So you'll want to check the live VODs for that one because, well, the decks themselves were cool. Anyways, pick one, pack one. We've opened the Fugitive Codebreaker. I haven't had this one myself, but I do think the card is quite good. Yeah, I mean, baseline, you just cast it as a 2-1 haste, which can frequently get in for a bit of damage. Late game, gets some nice value there. A Binding in the pack, Drone Smith, Flourishing Bloomkin's pretty good. Big fan of the Fugitive Codebreaker. And a good follow-up to it, depending on which way we want to go. Rune Brand Juggler has been really nice. Even just as, like, if you cast this on turn 2, it's a 2-2 menace. That often gets in for quite a bit of damage if your opponent does not have a removal spell. Then we have the Galvanize here. Solid removal. I have come down on this card a little bit. I think Shock is generally better, as you're often killing the same thing, except if you're trying to target one of the disguise creatures, Shock is simply 1 less mana. I like Juggler a lot, but I'm going to take the Galvanize just to stay in specifically red. Plus, I've seen Juggler wheel pretty frequently, so I'm not saying there's a good chance that that comes back around, but I think this is a better line to take. And yeah, nice follow-ups here. Push to pull has been really good. It's actually kind of incredible how often you're using the pull mode to either win the game outright or put your advantage ahead just too far. Although, I have a hard time passing a second Galvanize this early in the draft just to try to cut off the good red signal. Inside Source, also fantastic. One of the better white common 3-drops. Let's just continue down the route we've taken. Okay, and at this point, I guess I will take the Rune Brand Juggler. Another good removal spell here, Slice from the Shadows. Oh, this is going to be a good start. Plus, the Codebreaker is really good with the Galvanizes as well, right? Prowess plus the Disguise costs 1 less for each instant sorcery in my graveyard. So if we wheel that other Juggler, I think we're going to be in insane shape. This is the bad. Yes. Yeah. Probably going to take the Orangutan here over the Commercial District. Plenty of artifacts in the format to blow up in this format. In fact, a lot of good artifacts. Plus, if you can blow up your own artifact and play it as a 3-mana 4/4, usually good enough. I will definitely take the Raucous Theater here. That is a great pickup, because even if we don't end up running the Juggler, it's still a tapped mountain that surveils for value. Person of Interest has been another solid curve-out 4-drop for the aggro decks. I think the land probably serves us a little bit better. Certainly will serve us better if we end up in red-black. The more and more I play this format, the more I'm thinking you can't really cook. Like, yeah, sometimes you will have cool decks where you're able to build these multicolored decks, but the vast majority of the time, I think you're supposed to go like 2 or 3 color aggro. Again, I have not tried best of 1 yet, so that is something I will have to try eventually, and maybe the format stabilizes a bit, just like every other best of 1 format, like especially at the beginning of it, right? We're barely a week into this format, so aggro is heavy dominant. But I don't know. I think best of 1 has kind of just really dampered my mood in set releases. Like, it often comes down to, and I know this is just complaining, but it feels true. It often just comes down to who's on the play and has the better draw with their aggro deck. I will say there are a couple of Wrath effects in the format. That's a late Inside Source. Might be moving into Boros. There are a few Wrath effects in this format. In fact, there are like 3-ish Wrath effects. Kind of 4 even. There's the red-blue card draw Wrath. There's the Leave No Witnesses or something. That's the white Wrath. There is the 5 mana black wrath, and then there's the 6/6 dragon that effectively wraths. But, yeah. It's still a new format, so I'm enjoying myself for the most part, but like I said, I want to be able to cook, make those 5-color Niv Mizzet decks. This is going to be a good case of the Gorgon's Kiss deck if we're aggro, right? Destroy up to 1 creature that was dealt damage that turn. Yeah, that lets us push. We'll see if the Juggler number 2 comes back, and that will really determine whether or not I end up in red-black. Otherwise, we might be moving into Boros, which at the moment, I believe Boros has by far and away the highest win rate out of all the color pairings. Oh, I thought that was the Juggler. Same color. I mean, it's okay. It's not like this card is bad. But it wasn't the Juggler. Reconstruction also not crazy in this deck. Another 2-drop is completely reasonable. Okay, yeah, we're probably looking to be red-black. There's a lot of good white cards in this pack. So people don't like some of the players. In my last video, or 2 videos ago, whenever it was, we got kind of unlucky with Assemble, but I do think it's better than people are giving credit for. Yes, you can only do it once a turn, but you don't need, like, if you even get to cast 2 extra creatures off the top, that is already way above rate, you know? Inspector, Phantom. This is a good pack of white cards. Like, the only thing I think I'm losing here by taking the Assemble the Players is really, like, the Sanguine Savior. So I'm going to take the Assemble and see if maybe we can make that work. What does this one do? Enters the battlefield, deals 3 damage to target creature an opponent controls. Whenever 1 or more creatures die, you mill a card and put a counter on it. Then sacrifice it if it has 5 or more counters. When you do, return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. That's not bad. So it's some removal plus potentially late game recursion value. I will take that over Night Watch, I think. Okay, well, there's another Phantom here. Yeah, so we're going to stick within somewhere the Mardu colors. We just don't know which ones yet. Because I do think my white right now is very good as well. Let's see. Tracker versus not much. No red card in this pack and kind of 2 mediocre black cards. Oh, baby, that's a nice one. Case of the Pilfered Proof, and then another Inside Source, both very good. I don't think I have that many detectives right now. Do I have 2 right now? Yeah, I think another Inside Source makes more sense. Wrench on the job. There is a Deadly Complication here, but I think at this point the white is actually better. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Let's see. Right now, everything but the Griffknot Tracker can be cast off of Assembled Players, which means we have 7 hits for it, and presumably / ideally we're going to get at least 3 more. Remember, you can cast the Disguise cards with this as well. So while Shady Informant I wouldn't be able to cast as a 4/2, I would be able to cast it as a 2/2. I don't mind the Vigilante. I think this card is a decent top-end card for the Boros decks. Take that over second Shady Informant. What am I missing right now? Some more 2-drops. All we want to do in this deck is go 2-drop into 3-drop and then have some tricks or removal. Due Diligence is pretty good. This is another one that really punishes the slower starts. Especially good with Inside Source, because You can play like the source turn 3, right? Get 2 creatures and then do diligence. Oh, hey, we wield the Sanguine Savior. There was another 2-drop, but by Innocent Bystander is not the 2-drop I'm looking for. Bystander is more of a, okay, well, I kind of just need it, whereas Phantom is basically the ideal 2-drop common, I think. At the moment, I do not have too many artifacts for the orangutan to sacrifice, right? We have maybe off of the bystander. We have on the job, yeah. I still think you probably end up running this, even without a bunch of artifacts. Because again, there are plenty of artifacts that you want to kill on your opponent's side of things. Ugh, not a great opening pack for us. Essence of Antiquity is fine. Another Sanguine Savior or the Sanitation Automaton for a 2-drop. I think I'm going to take the 2-drop here, plus the Savior wield previously. Don't think we want a second on the job. Consultant's actually fine here, and I'll probably end up wheeling the Chases on. There's a third Galvanize. One of Black's best uncommons, the Long Goodbye. It's crazy, because again, you do not need to pay the ward cost on some creatures. Auspicious Arrival would be another good one. Combat Trick plus a pump. In fact, I've said it a lot. I think combat tricks in this format are sometimes better, often better even than removal spells. But I guess I still need creatures, so I'm still going to just take the familiar here. Looking at my creature count, it's a little bit low. Museum Night Watch here was great. Yeah, we want to have like 15 creatures at a minimum for the Boros deck. And I know I have the double inside source that can produce multiple, but it's still just, you know, it was 13 creatures to be drawn. This is looking good, though. Ooh, look at that pack. Pick 5, Bolrak, Clan Crusher, or whatever, Basher, Shock. And a funny card here, because Quintorius you would think would be insane in this format with all of the cards that leave Graveyard via Collect Evidence or whatever, but he's in the wrong colors. So if you really want this to pop off, you need to be like splashing. I want to take the double striker here, but I'm thinking Shock might just be a little bit too good. Like, I would take the Basher over a third Galvanize, but yeah. That one was tough. I don't know if that was the right pick. It could have been wrong. All right, so what are our bricks for Assemble? I think it's just these two. Everything else we can cast, which means right now we have 12 creatures to cast off of Assemble the Players, and we'll probably get 1 or 2 more by the time that pack 3 rounds out here. Savior number 2 or Make Your Move. There's also the Chases on, but we're going to wheel. Oh, Thinking Cap, also good. Actually, we only end up with 3 detectives. Make Your Move has been really good in this format. But I'm going to take the flyer. That could be wrong. There's the Person of Interest. And that will be my deck right now, unless we wheel something good. Not enough detectives to play that. We have 3, well, I have a little bit more because the Inside Source also makes creatures, but we'll just take another 2-drop there. I would like to cut the Shady Informant for like another trick if possible as well, right? The Chases on should be coming up. One of them should be anyways. That still gives us, let's double check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures to cast off Assemble the Players. There will be value in running the theater. It is, oh wow. Oh, wait, I can't play that. What am I talking about? Because it can also help us hardcast the Sanguine Saviors. Did we not wheel one of the chases on? That is extremely surprising. Okay, a second on the job is probably worth it then. I don't love running 2 of them, but this is the right deck for it. Like, what was our creature count? 15 or 16? 16 creature cards plus ways to make multiple creatures like the Night Watch and the Source. Good. This is just your classic Boros beats. Okay. If I run into Wrath effects, I am going to scream. Because that would be pretty unfortunate. All the Wrath effects are rare. Or mythic in the case of the dragon. Let's be on the play, let's curve out, and let's not punt. Let me cook, damn it. Alright, let's go to round 1. We lost the die roll, but our hand is fantastic. It's a turn 1 plains. Let's see. I think we already have enough early game plays that I don't mind pitching the consultant here. White, green. Definitely don't need another plains. Ooh, and the opponent is stuck. That's not Gucci for them. Missing your 3rd land drop in this format is so miserable. Oh, they had a good one there. Okay. I don't mind trading this for their 2/2. Since we can flip and get a 2/2 in return and still develop out our bystander this turn. Swamp. Mardu. So they bricked on land and then hit runner runner. One of a different color even. Well, hopefully they just play like the 3/3 elephant that makes a clue. And if they do, we can go morph plus or whatever, disguise plus galvanize. Whoa. Sure. They got some weird stuff going on over there. Yeah, I'm kind of fizzling out. They just play big creature into big creature, we might have a problem. Buried in the garden. Well, that's not unfortunate for us. That's pretty good for us to see, because they can only eat one of my 2/1s. Great draw. Like I said, I think Vigilante is one of the best top-end cards in these Boros Beats decks. Okay. I assume then if they're passing, they just have the exile and attacker. That was another nice draw. Block remove. We can nearly kill them. Actually, we will kill them this turn. Pump up the automaton. They kill my Hazda Vigilante, and then we kill him with on the job. Yep, very obvious. But no matter how they block here, they're taking lethal. And that's Boros, baby! Yay, magic. Did it feel good? I guess it did. But how good did it feel? On the draw again? Come on, man. Can't be losing these die rolls. You need to be winning die rolls if you want to win games in this format. In all formats these days, best of one. Oh, turn 2 tipster is really good. My confidence is already very low now. I think I blow up their clue here. Get the orangutan value right now. This has to be power 2 or less, is that right? Okay. So playing the Griffnot tracker doesn't give our phantom flying. Do we want to force them to use a trick here? I guess. Blocking is so bad in this format. I feel like we've been saying that in a lot of formats lately, but... Weird. Okay, that's really good for us. Good thing I blocked, because that was not a fantastic play. Or rather, actually I shouldn't say that, because there's a very good bluff possibility there. Like, I was about to not block, even, right? So I shouldn't say it was a bad play, it just didn't end up working out for them. It's got reach. I have never seen that card cast before, but here we are. Enters, return an equipment from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to it. Whenever you sack an artifact, put a 1/1 counter on it. Alright, well, let's go like this. Let's make a fat flyer. Pump up our phantom. Give the phantom flying, attack them for 9 in the air, and if they want to chump with their sentry, I'm okay with that. So their creatures are larger, but we do have a lot of pressure. In fact, we have them on a 2-turn air clock, right? Still attacking with both. Let's get ourselves a clue. Five in the air. Hardcast Night Watch, hold up Galvanize. Deal with the flyer or you die. Okay, one card, and that is not it. So they need to sack the clue, and they need to find something for 3 mana that can deal with our flyer. Not attacking with the tunnel. Okay. I could save the clue and galvanize for 5, but I think we want to use up our mana there efficiently. Alright. Boros beats, win again. Stupid, sexy Boros beats. Crazy thing is, we're Boros beats, but I don't even have any of the dog walkers, which are like one of the best commons for this deck, aren't they? Okay, let's move on to our next game. Won the die roll. I like this hand a lot. Turn 2 Automaton, turn 3 Disguise, turn 4 Assemble, and hope to start getting some extra value that way. So we have 2 of the Assemble cards in our hand already, which means what, we still have 11 or 12, 13? I don't even know. What you doing over there, OP? Island Pass. We might want a second white source later, but we do not want a second white source next turn. Touché. Orangutan off the top to kill it. Even better. Well, we've got some kind of game here. I'm not even sure attacking is all that great when I have 2 of the Inspiring Charge cards, whatever they're called in our deck. But I also don't want to give the opportunity to the opponent to do something. Oh, it's too bad I can't cast that Person of Interest. Not this turn. Yeah, go ahead and use your trick, I guess. Like, if they want to do Auspicious, that's the first time I've seen that card cast. Not saying it's bad, but I'm fine running into that. What you doing, friend? I have a vague feeling that this is going to be a game where Assemble the Players shows us a bunch of our non-hits on top, and we are going to be very sad. Obviously, a land on top is miserable. Oh, man. We're going to leave up our flip of the familiar instead of using the inside source this turn, I think. Like, block with the inside source and then bounce, it's pretty good. Ooh, the doggy. So I cannot flip my cat anymore. But they need to attack with all their creatures. Which I don't know if they want to do. They do. Okay, so then I'm going to take 8. One of our bricks. God damn it. Oh, man. Dare I say, rough game. Love it. Ship them. Alright, I'm gonna double block the dog here and hope it works out. Like, literally, whoever drew they're on the job won this match. Nice. And once again, Assemble the Players did not reveal a single thing. I don't know how many turns it was that it didn't reveal anything, but I still stand behind the card. I think we're kind of low rolling on it. Even if we had been able to just cast one extra card, that wouldn't have been bad, but instead, we bricked and we lost. GG, go to the next. Okay, we have a redemption. A redemption Assemble the Player game. Easy shock. Please, just let there be a disguise underneath that plains. Oh my god. Oh my god. More than anything, the Assemble has been extremely awkward because it's just been revealing the garbage. Can't make this up. Like, I don't even think I can a block here. I think I need to hope that they don't have a removal spell and that I can do diligence and for the win. Okay, we hit. Thank God. Another land underneath, but... Mm-hmm. And now we're already dead. They've got 2 menace creatures, so blocking is impossible next turn. Just dead on board, but maybe they punt, who knows. I mean, look how these games have been playing out. They saw the play. Alright, GG's. Why do I pain myself with best of one? I really need to go. You know what? After this draft, after today, we are done with best of one for these videos. I'll probably still draft best of one on stream to try to hit the top 250 or whatever, but we'll go to best of 3. These limited formats of late have just been extremely frustrating. Like, I try to keep a smile on my face, but we have a frown in our heart. All right, no, we're optimistic. No more Debbie Downer. We're on the draw here. We're going to keep this hand. It is totally reasonable. We have a 2-drop plus a disguise creature. It's fine, Kenji. You're certainly not going to draw another mountain. That would be very unlucky. We're on the draw versus blue-white detectives. Not exactly where we wanted to be. Hopefully they brick on their enchantment. If you're playing the Case Auditor, I think you need to have at least like 5 hits in your deck. Yeah, it's a 3-mana 1/4 for them right there. I can actually cast out our lifelinker because of the theater, like I said. Sure. I think it's probably correct to just galvanize that morph or whatever disguise right now. Hopefully it's like a Vindicator or something, but it's probably just like an Auctioneer or whatever. A Dogwalker, that's a fine hit. Main phase, Lost in the Maze. That is... I mean, I'm at 18 right now, so that is... reeks of desperation. Sheesh. That's a nice draw. Debating if I want to play around a Wrath, and I don't think you do. That's fine. Oh, they hit my card draw disguise. Rip. It's a good draw too, honestly. That's going to allow us to keep putting the pressure on. I can do something cute eventually if I want to. Like if I see a land on top, I can flip my familiar and bounce the surveil land. Because it just says permanent. I think I will go ahead and kill their 1/4 here. And yeah, let's go ahead and bounce our land. Put the mountain in the graveyard. In essence, drawing a card. Sure. Yep, I'd rather draw an extra card than play out the Vigilante. So they're going to go to most likely 1 and bounce off the Familiar. But they could opt to chump the Consultant if they wanted to. With this play, they might actually have Wrath in their deck. Elney, not good enough. I don't even remember what this does. Creatures you control power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. We got a win! Back on board. 3 and 2. On the play, nice looking hand. Let's go. This might just roll our opponent if they don't have too much early interaction. Turn 2 Phantom, turn 3 Disguise, turn 4 Due Diligence, and smack. Could also sandbag our Due Diligence. Or rather, sandbag our Codebreaker there, if we wanted to. Always just the 2 ships sailing in the night, huh? Or passing in the night. I'm actually okay with trading off my Disguise creature here. Because we're not going to be able to flip that anytime soon, and we have Assemble now. Oh, that's not good. But we still get to hit him for a potential 10 this turn. This has Menace, and they don't really want to chump with a 4/4, or chump one of the 4/4s, I imagine. Yep, that thing has Vigilance. Combat, let's see if that's a flippy guy. It's too likely they have tricks here. I don't want to attack with everything and on the job. Person of Interest has Menace, so if they want to double block it, even if they block with 2/4, I still get to trade with one of their other creatures. Okay, I'm gonna kill the Investigator then. Pass. It's a good trade for me. Counter unless pay 3. Womp womp. right? I mean, if they don't have anything, this is lethal. We're hoping that the morph card is, or the face-up card is just like a dog walker. Nice. Be on the play, curve out, and I don't think I punted, or at least I hope I didn't. I'm gonna say it. I think formats where on-the-job type cards are good are not good formats. Yeah. Me go face. Face is place. Okay, I'm gonna regret keeping this hand. But I'm gonna keep it. If we draw a 2-drop, fantastic. If we don't, well, hopefully we can galvanize something. Sure, galvanize that, that'll work. Oh, actually, no. We have orangutan. Let's pass and hope that they play something else that I can galvanize this turn. Perfect. All right, I mean, this does give them a little bit of value, but it's so much better to just orangutan the herring. I think Assemble was probably a really good draw this game. Nice little 2-for-1 value there. Face down card is fine. I don't think they'll be trading here. We can eat their graveyard, and then next turn assemble the players and hope to start getting some cards off the top. Never blocking. That's really good for us too. 4 cards in hand, 4 mana, and they opt to sack a clue is nuts. Come on, deck. Beautiful. Freaking beautiful. This is probably one of our better hits, given that lifelink can swing this race, especially with on the job. Well, that's rather rude. Joke's on you, I'm flooding out. Nice. Yeah, baby. This Assemble the Players has made up for itself already. From the first game where we hit nothing. Basilica Stalker, but they are dead to the job. Sorry. Sorry, I played creatures, I attacked, and then I cast on your job. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, 5 and 2. I think I'm getting a little bit too salty. I think I probably need to take a step back, collect ourselves, and just say, you know what? We are going to enjoy Magic for what it is. We're winning. That's a good time, right? Both players are playing cards. We haven't had too many mana screw games where the opponent gets wrecked or I get wrecked or whatever. The strategic gameplay, maybe there's not so much to be had there, but we're here to have fun. Right? That's why we play Magic? Or maybe it's not. Maybe we're masochists of some sort and we play Magic for other reasons, but that's a discussion for another time. Alright, I think we're sitting at, what, 5 and 2 now? Excellent hand. Just needs a second white source instead of one of these 3 mountains, but turn 2 Phantom, turn 3 Inside Source, and like that's effectively the dream curve here. We can just draw any kind of other pressure or just like another creature and then a second white source. This hand will just roll. What are those sleeves? It's the, oh, what frog is that? What toad is that? Is that the blue-green one that mills? I can't remember which one that is. The mills and finds lands or something? Whenever I see frogs or toads in Magic, I always think of Chub Toad. Chub Toad at the door. Run away quick or you'll run no more. Look it up. That is nuts. Alright, so turn 2 Phantom, turn 3 Source, attack for 2 flying. Turn 4 Night Watch, turn 5 on the job, GG. That Perimeter Enforcer could give us a bad time, though. That makes races very hard. Perimeter Enforcer is such a good 2-drop. Yep. So I'm going to take 2 lifelink damage. Glad I did that. I might lose to their Perimeter Enforcer. We had basically the best possible curve out, and the lifelink race is now just swung heavily in their favor. I think that's 2 to equip the wrench. Yes. Put it on their perimeter. Oh no, they're gonna pump the perimeter for 3 lifelink now. Yeah, I like that play. No blocks? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage? I guess I'll just hit him for an extra 1. And then play Sanitarium. You want to find a Galvanize or something. Huh. Equip Enforcer attack for 2 lifelink. That is pretty good for us still. I mean, they've gained 7 life this game or something now with the Enforcer. You can just imagine if they didn't have it, or if I had a way to kill it earlier. That's really nice. Yeah, we want them to attack with more creatures. If they only block like this, I win. Oh, man. We're having a good time. We just followed the rules of On the Job, chat. We curved out. We cast On the Job. We won. Ah, yes. All right. We are now sitting at a 6 and 2 record. Can I get another win for the trophy? Okay. The final round. Win or lose will determine. We are on the play. Oof. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand, and we really need to find a third land. I actually think this is one of those games where playing out Forum Familiar as a 1-1 on turn 1 is correct. Like, if I don't find either a 2-drop next turn, our gameplay scenario, oh god, I really need to find a land, is to go like 3-drop into Due Diligence with 2 creatures. Oh, well, am I just going to lose to Kellen? Did find the land, thankfully. Let's go ahead and blow up their clue right now. A turn 3, 3/4 flyer is going to be so sick. Come on, man! Okay, well... That, my friends, is an Axebane Ferrex, which is a 4/4 Death Touch Haste Ward. So they went turn 2 ramp, turn 3 Ferrex, turn 4 Kellen. Nice game. Funny thing is, I am still doing a decent job of pressuring, but... Now, I think there was an argument to have put the Diligence on our Orangutan since it has reach. But it's also a lot more susceptible to tricks if I do that, right? I can block the Kellen and then shock it. I think we make them flip their face down card or use a trick on it. Bubble Smug, that's fine. Okay, we shock the Kellen, flip up our flyer, and put him on a 2-turn clock. Hey, they had to copy the flyer. Okay, which means we are probably going to win with this Galvanize. Oh my god, they had Doppelgang too. They were 1 off of copying for X's 2. They could have like double Doppelganged their, actually no, we don't, well yes we do. I don't want to die to +3/+3. Their deck is insane. Holy crap. We beat a turn 3 Ferrex, turn 4 Kellen, turn whatever Doppelgang. My god. If Boros can beat that... Did I have any rares in my deck? Yeah, we had like 2. The land and the assemble. This format, man. Alright, well, I'll take it, because goddamn did I need a 7-win deck. It's been a rough couple of days. So, yeah. You know what? The answer is draft aggro, draft Boros, profit. We'll see you back next time. We'll go to best of 3. Let's see if that can change our opinion of the format. Until then, love you and goodbye.